With the knowledge we have on classifying work, right? We have set of questions which we need to classify if there is positive work, negative work, so on and so forth. So let's look at them. This should be easy by now because we looked at it with different perspective experiments and all of that. So I hope you guys were able to answer all of this. So let me explain the reasoning behind all of the answers. Look at the activity listed below. Reason out whether or not the work is done in the light of the work of your understanding of the term work. Okay. Suma is swimming in a pond. Right? Is there a work done? Yes or no is what they're asking. That's all. Work is done. Your answer is just that, but the explanation is there. The nature of work is an extra bit of information is negative. Why? See, a person, this is their hand, will push the water. Okay. Yeah, this is your ideal swimming style, flat along the water. They push the water to the left, sorry, not left, back, but they move forward. So what is happening? The force is back, they move forward, the angle between them is 180 degree. So that's why it is a negative work. Suma pushes the water back and she moves in the opposite direction. That's why it's a negative work. A donkey is carrying a load on its back. Now, let's look at this. There's no work done. Why? The reason being donkey is applying a upward force but the displacement in the forward direction. So say this is your bag, not your bag or whatever the bag is. The donkey is carrying, so we have the gravitational pull. The donkey is pushing it up. Okay. Since the donkey is moving forward, so what happens? It gets displaced in this manner. That it moves along the horizon. So what is the angle between the force? Let me actually change this. Let me erase this off. I'm just showing the angle made by the donkey with the box or the weight. So the angle between them is 90 degree. Since the displacement is making an angle of 90 degree, what happens? The work is 0. A windmill is lifting water from a wheel. You guys can have a lot of question in this, but yeah, here the work is done. It's positive. The reason being this. See, the mill per se, the setup is kind of complicated obviously, but we are just making it very simple. We have a weight carrying water. It's been pulled up, is it not? So the direction of force is up. The displacement is also up. If the force is up, if the displacement is up, what happens? It's a positive work, as simple as that. Okay. Now, a green plant is carrying out photosynthesis. It's technically there are a lot of things happening over there, but yeah, we can't go to the detail of what is happening at a molecular level. That is, there are a lot of forces and displacement and all of that is happening, but we won't go to that detail. We'll just put it simple, plain and simple. Overall, what we looking from without any microscope and all of that, there's no work done. The process has no displacement, thus no work is done. Nothing is getting displaced for a naked eye, so there is no work. Okay. An engine is pulling a train. Very simple question. Work is done and it's positive, and you guys know why. So this is the engine, and if it's let me call this as the bogie. The engine is forward, bogie is pulling the engine is pulling the bogie to the right, and the displacement is to the right. So it is positive work. Very simple case. Food grain are getting dried in the sun. Again, there's no visible physical displacement, so there is no work. Okay guys. A sailboat is moving due to wind energy. Very simple case. Its work is done. It's positive. The same thing as the bogie and all of the positive work that you have seen. Right? Okay, that is it. So if you guys want to write with all of the reasoning and all of that, I think negative work you guys have to write. Negative and no work. Positive work, it's very simple. So you guys can write. My suggestion is write the negative work and no work. The one which is perpendicular especially. Those those you guys write under the example and or put some heading. Don't write everything. It's just waste of time. But if you want to understand, if you want to have a language that is a framework for positive work, you can write one example. But again, try to minimize your work. So now I'll show you guys all the answers. You can pause and have a look.